MSLs spend hours trying to become disease state experts or experts in their therapeutic area. It requires all of this manual research, pulling together publications, clinical trials, guidelines, all of that stuff. But what if MSLs had their own personal research assistant where they could ask them a question? This research assistant could go do all of the research, scan through all the websites, and come back with a report with the answer. Well, breaking news, this is already available. I'm here with Vivek, who is going to show us how you can use AI to instantly become a disease state expert. It'll save you hours and hours of research. And plus, it's just really cool and fun. So thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Patrina. I'm the creator of Medical Affairs Strategy Hacks. We do all things to help medical affairs demonstrate their value. And we are in the most exciting time ever because we have so many AI tools available to us to help improve our efficiency, do KOL profiles, all kinds of different applications. A couple weeks ago, Vivek reached out to me and said, Patrina, you have got to check out this deep research tool from Google. It's amazing. When Vivek tells you to go look at an AI tool, that's what you do. You go do it. So I'm really excited to have Vivek again on the channel. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm so glad to have you again.
Thank you so much, Katrina. And I think I love all the things you do to elevate all of the MSLs into becoming AI augmented MSLs. So this is
Yeah.
just one of those steps there. So thank you again for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So tell us quickly how you used to come up to speed on your disease state or therapeutic area when you were an MSL.
Yeah, that brings back so many memories. So when I started being an MSL was about 10 years ago in 2015. And I would spend hours and hours reading literature, looking at YouTube videos, and I was in the surgical space. So I had to understand the techniques, understand how the products worked, what are the different products in the market. And it require you to spend so much time online researching different products, in different ways the products are used, what were the perceptions of each product in our HCP's mind. So it took months to do that. So things have changed so much in the last decade, and I'm so excited
I
for the
remember
MSLs
you
who are starting
saying,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you saying that you, like me, really struggled with reading papers.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's like taking two Tylenol PMs. It's so hard to do. But all right, let's jump into the AI tool that we want to highlight today. It's called Deep Research by Google. It does require the paid plan, which is currently $20 a month. What we're going to do for you is run through an example, pretending like we're a new MSL in the dermatology space, specifically focusing on itch, and we're going to show you how this thing works. And it does take a little bit of time to reason through and create the report. So Vivek's going to explain to us about how this model works, his tips and tricks, all of this good stuff. It's going to be really awesome. All right, so let's launch. He's getting this pulled up now. He read my mind. All right, so go ahead, Vivek. I'll let you give a quick
Okay, so you
down.
can see my screen, right?
Yep,
And you can see the Google window.
correct.
I hope. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this for now, and what we've done is this is where you're seeing is the Google Gemini Advanced 1.5. That's the model that is supporting the deep research tool. And what I did was just provided a prompt, which Katrina is going to provide all of you later. And the first step is, as you see, you give this a prompt. We've asked it to do a variety of different things, provided a context, objectives, methodology, what type of analysis we want to do, as well as the right formatting. And it takes all of that information and summarizes the research protocol. Essentially, it's asking you what if everything it understood is what the output is going, what you want need. So I'm going to just initiate the research. The next thing it does, it will search probably 100 different websites, aggregate all of that information, and then provide the output based on the requirements we've done. And this can actually be modified. So it's going to go through. This is going to take some time, Katrina.
We've got time. Perfect.
Yes.
So, Awesome. A couple of things to notice here as it's running the research. We created a prompt. I have a lot of resources that Vivek has helped develop as well to help you guys effectively prompt because we know the quality of the prompt matters, but to get high quality output. So what's different with this advanced reasoning model is that we gave it a prompt and then it it shows us what it thinks we want. Is that a good description for that?
Yeah, exactly. And then actually, you don't need to have a very expert prompt because it will tell you what the research plan is like, and you can modify the research plan based on your specific needs. And that I think it's unique among the other models. So normal LLMs, when you used to use the normal LLMs, you put in a question, it gives you an answer. What these new generations of models, which are called test time compute models or reasoning models, what they do is they end up spending a lot more time thinking through the answer, as well as thinking through the variety of sources that it has access to. So imagine in the future, which can access to all your internal publications, internal data, and it actually synthesizes the insights directly from all of that data for you and create a report that then you can consume and learn from, right? So these are what are called reasoning models, and they spend a lot more time thinking through the answer.
I think you described it earlier, like imagine how a grad student will think through a process. That's what it's doing. And here we can see it on the side saying it's researching 90 websites. And I've seen all kinds of stuff here from Walgreens, the CVS, PubMed. So I love your analogy, Vivek, of thinking about it as like a grad student, how they would think through a problem, and it's doing this research for you.
Exactly. And these models are getting, so I saw a stat recently. So it's the benchmark that these models are tested against now. It's called the Humanities Last Exam, where they had about 50 experts from all around the world come up with 3,000 different questions that are the hardest questions any human can create. And these models now are scoring up to 25% on that exam. So we are very close to these models having, and these are the top people in their fields coming up with questions, and the deep research type models are able to synthesize the information from all around the world
So
and come up
that
with answers.
is so cool. Think about that from the MSL perspective too. Like you don't even need the hardest questions that humans can't answer right now. Can you go up to the prompt and let's talk a little bit about what we did for the prompt? So here,
Yeah,
what we imagined is like you are a new MSL, you need to come up to speed with on this therapeutic area or disease state so that you can go have those peer-to-peer scientific exchange with your top KOLs. Or imagine that you got a new product or a new indication, or you change companies or something like that, and you need to get up to speed fast. So, Vivek, do you want to talk through some of
yeah,
the
I'll go through some of the. So I think every prompt can be very specific to your needs, but ideally in these reasoning models, what has been sort of from the early testing that you have to provide a context and a role, similar to the old LLMs. You provide an objective because you're want the deep research tool to do a research. So you want to make sure that it articulates the question really well, provide an objective. Also, type of methodology. Did you want to do a comprehensive research? Where do you want, if you want to identify gaps, contraindications? It's a type of research methodology you want to do. And then finally the synthesis, right? So summarize the main insights, supporting evidence, counter arguments. Just normally you want to get the both fair and balanced side of the story. So you want to cover all your bases. But also synthesis, right? This is where the deep research tool really shines, that it aggregates all of these websites. You're already seeing on the right, it's reading through right now 90 websites. So
crazy? That's
our
crazy.
graduate helper is right now watching. Imagine how long this would have taken you, Katrina,
Oh
right?
my
To
God,
read through every single
I'd be
website.
done. I would never do that. Like, let's
I
be
might have
honest.
fallen asleep by now after
Yeah,
my maybe first, if it didn't have pictures, right?
yeah.
So, but yeah. And then we provided final deliverable. Uh, I actually like the default one. You actually don't, you may get away from just using a very simple prompt, and it will create. Oh, there we go. So it's finally gone through the research,
Well, hold
and
on
then
one,
we might.
yeah, 1 second before we go there. So a couple nuances. When it's pulling from these verified sources, right? So how should folks think about the hallucinations? Should they feel it's still going to hallucinate potentially, but go ahead. Go ahead. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of these models, again, do not trust the output wholeheartedly. They are improving, they are getting better. The level of hallucinations is going down, but still, you want to make sure you verify. And what this deep research tool compared to even just 6 months ago, these tools weren't giving you citations. And look at this. This is a Mayo Clinic
Right.
citation
Yeah.
for this statement. Go back and make sure you review it. Here it's PubMed PubMed citations. So it is focusing on high quality citations and synthesizing the outputs based on that, right?
And
Um,
one more thing before we go through the report. At the bottom of the prompt, you'll see specific research topic. This is where you should update with what you need. These were things that just came off the top of our heads, trying to think about, okay, if I were a new MSL, what should I know? So we put in clinical trials, current products. So that's your competitive intelligence, unmet needs, controversies, what's on HCPs and patients' mind. But you can put in anything you want there. So customize this to exactly what you need. And I'm going to be quiet so we could look at the report.
yeah, let's do it. And I think you're the expert here in the dermatology space.
I
So
wouldn't say that. I would not say that.
So I think one of the advantages as us as medical affairs, we are the trusted source of information, and we are actually able to review this, look for accuracy, look for context, look for relevance. So that's where I think medical affairs is going to be able to leverage these tools better than other functions within the healthcare organization. But yeah, what do you think
Okay,
in
so we
terms
have
of?
it's kind of giving us an overview. So we're seeing common causes of chronic itch. I think one thing that's cool about this is thinking about, okay, what what are patients saying to their doctors, right? Or what kind of conversations are doctors having with patients around this? Also, we have this nice little spot on unmet needs. We know that in medical affairs, this is a huge area that MSLs spend a lot of time on, right? Identifying and verifying the unmet need. And so it's giving us a nice little overview here with some references so that you could check those. I think that's awesome. And
Yeah,
Vivek
I
said,
would actually now that you say this, I would do just the whole topic on unmet needs and break it down by variety of different aspects of the patient journey.
oh, I love that.
That's my
Yes,
that would have
yes.
been pretty fun.
Yeah.
So
Um,
uh,
and so again, going back to the prompt, you can write the prompt in a way to do that for you. And this is great to give you a high level overview. What we have here as well are these controversies. This was something that I think always helps MSLs have deeper conversations. Let's see what it says on the HCPs and patient's mind. Chronic itches significantly impact quality of life. Okay, so these are things that patients are going to come and complain about, right? These are things that patients are talking to doctors about. I think that's really important to think about as an MSL. Then we're going on to the clinical trials. Okay,
uh,
that's great. We should have a real itch expert review.
yeah, we should.
Oh,
You're right. I should have done it in one of the areas that
no,
where I have
this
been
is
MSLs
perfect.
in before.
Okay,
So
so I think you guys get a really good flavor of how powerful this is. You can customize it to put out anything you want. You can also have it make tables for you and organize this stuff. It has the sources for you so that you can fact check this because that's what you should be doing with all of these generative AI tools. What else can we do? Oh, you can open this in Google Docs. Any other
yeah.
cool tips that you would
I
give?
I think, and this is just the beginning. Now you can have it expand on, you can expand on any of the sections by asking it to do additional work. You can also modify the report if you'd like. So you can continue to engage with the report, engage with the research because it has built this repository of these 90 websites. So you can still continue to ask questions because it remembers these websites. Like I said, I would, if I were an MSL, I mean, this is great. I can now start, applying for derm positions.
Yeah, now we're both, watch out, guys. We're coming for derm MSL positions with this.
Uh, but I'd like to kind of go further and have it again run a specific query specifically on what's on HCPs and patients' minds. What are, and then maybe limit it. And I would try out to make sure that you only limit it to more recent publications and things like that. So
That's such
there's a
great
lot we can do.
advice.
Yeah.
I notice because ChatGPT will also pull up sources, but sometimes I think, why did it pull this? Right. And I think this is one of the advantages of deep research, is that it has more of a focus on scientific sources as well. All right. Well, thank you so much, Vivek, for showing this. If you don't follow Vivek on LinkedIn, you definitely should. He is the guy for all things AI. This has been really amazing. I hope we inspired you to start using these AI tools to help you dive deeper into a topic and, more importantly, save you a lot of time. We showed you how you could do a lot of customization here. You could even ask it to help you prepare for conversations, right? What are the doctors going to say, or what are the physicians going to say during these conversations? Vivek, any last words of advice that you want to share?
No, just use it. Just the best way to learn this technology is to use it and understand its limitations, understand its frontier. So
Yeah,
thank you again, Katrina.
yeah,
This
I
has
love
been
it.
fantastic.
Thank you so much for being on here and showing us the tool. And this is I, Vivek was like, "Oh, aren't you going to share your screen?" I was like, "I haven't paid the $20. You got to share." So thank you
Yeah, oh
for
no,
doing.
actually a pro tip, like pro tip for your viewers, that Perplexity just launched this last week, and they allow you to do 5 of these searches every day for free.
Wow.
So, so
Yes.
they have a deep research version of it. Even OpenAI has a deep research version of this tool now, but Google was the OG in this space,
Nice.
and everyone's now copying.
Well, thank you so much. If you are looking to upskill your team in AI skills from prompting, use cases, and improving in your team's efficiency, reach out to me. I have an AI for MSL excellence training. It's really awesome. I also have a ton of different free use cases with prompts that you can get on the Medical Affairs Value blog. I'll put the link up there for you. If you liked anything in this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the channel out. And last thing I promise, I have a newsletter where I put out a weekly tip or hack around how to help you demonstrate your impact. That comes out every Monday morning. Sign up for that on the Medical Affairs Value blog. And again, thank you so much, Vivek. This was wonderful. It's just such exciting times right now.
So fun to learn
Yeah.
these new things. So.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.